Right now, at this very moment, there are people, ordinary people, not Wall Street bankers, not tech billionaires, who wake up every single morning, check their phone before they even brush their teeth, and see $1,000, $2,000, sometimes $5,000 sitting in their account. Money that came in while they slept. And here's the part that will shake you to your core. Not one of them shipped a package. Not one of them rented a warehouse. Not one of them touched a single physical product. I know what you're thinking. That sounds too good to be true. I thought the same thing. 20 years ago, I was sitting in a cubicle, drowning in student loan debt, watching my boss, a man half as smart as me, drive a Ferrari to a job I was doing for him. And I asked myself one question that changed my entire life. What exactly is he selling that I'm not? The answer: he was selling knowledge, systems, digital leverage. And today, after 2 decades in finance, after advising clients worth hundreds of millions of dollars, after watching the internet completely rewrite the rules of wealth, I'm going to hand you the exact blueprint, step by step. But before I do, if you have ever felt like the system was designed for someone else, if you've ever worked 60 hours a week and still couldn't get ahead, if you've ever watched someone younger than you retire early and wondered how, this video is your answer. Stay with me, because what I'm about to share could genuinely change the trajectory of your financial life. Let me paint you a picture. It's 2008. The market crashes. I watch clients lose everything. Retirement funds, college savings, home equity, gone in 90 days. I sat across the table from a man who had worked for 34 years at the same company. He was 61 years old. He had $400,000 saved, and in 3 months, it was $190,000. He looked at me and said, "What do I do now?" That moment broke something in me, because I realized the traditional financial system was fragile, and the people it was supposed to protect were the first ones it abandoned. That's when I started obsessing over one question: what income streams are recession-proof, require zero inventory, and scale without limits? And what I found changed everything. The digital leverage framework. Here's what most financial advisors will never tell you, because frankly, most of them don't know it themselves. There are only 3 types of income that can get you to $1,000 a day without physical products. Number 1, knowledge income. Number 2, system income. Number 3, passive leverage income. Every single strategy I'm about to share falls into one of these 3 buckets. And the beautiful thing? You can start with just one and build from there. Let me ask you something, and I want you to genuinely think about this in the comments below. What skill, knowledge, or experience do you have that someone else would pay to learn? Because I guarantee, whether you're a nurse, a teacher, a chef, a mechanic, or a stay-at-home parent, you know something that someone, somewhere, is desperately searching Google for right now. That answer you just thought of, that's your first $1,000 a day vehicle. Strategy. Number 1, high-ticket digital courses. The e-learning industry is now worth over $400 billion. $400 billion. That's not a niche. That's a gold rush. Here's how the math works. And pay attention, because this is where most people's minds explode. If you create a digital course priced at $500, which is actually on the low end of high ticket, you only need 2 sales per day to hit $1,000. 2, not 200, not 2,000. 2 people out of the billions on the internet deciding your knowledge is worth $500. Now, I know what the voice in your head is saying. But who am I to teach anyone anything? Let me stop you right there. You don't need a PhD. You don't need 30 years of experience. You just need to be one chapter ahead of the person you're teaching. That's it. I have personally seen a 24-year-old woman who learned Facebook ads for a local business, a skill she picked up in 4 months, build a course teaching other small business owners. She now clears over $40,000 a month. She doesn't have a degree in marketing. She has results. Results are your credentials in the digital economy. Platforms to host your course. Teachable, Kajabi, Thinkific. These are all drag and drop. No coding, no tech degree. You can literally build your first course this weekend. Right now, if you're finding value in this, if something I've said has already sparked an idea in your mind, smash that subscribe button. Because this channel is where I break down the exact strategies, tools, and mindset frameworks that real people are using to build real financial freedom. You don't want to miss what's coming next in this video alone. Go ahead, subscribe. I'll wait. Strategy number 2, affiliate marketing done the right way. Now, I know affiliate marketing gets a bad reputation, and honestly, it deserves it when it's done wrong. But when it's done right, it is one of the most powerful income engines on the planet. Here's the difference between someone making $47 a month in affiliate commissions and someone making $1,000 a day. The person making $47 is promoting products. The person making $1,000 a day is building trust. Let me explain. Amazon Associates pays you 3%. That means to make $1,000 a day, you'd need to drive $33,000 in sales every single day. That's a media empire. But high-ticket affiliate programs, software companies, financial tools, online education platforms, luxury travel companies, they pay 30%, 40%, sometimes 50% recurring commissions. There's a project management software I won't name, but their affiliate program pays $500 per referral. 1 referral per day. $1,000. You see how different the math looks? And here's the emotional reality I want you to sit with for a second. Most people spend their entire lives trading time for money. A fundamentally broken equation. But affiliate marketing lets you trade influence for money. And influence, once built, works 24 hours a day. Your blog post that ranks on Google at 3 a.m. is selling while you sleep. Your YouTube video from 2 years ago is generating commissions while you're at your kid's soccer game. Your email newsletter goes out on a Tuesday and generates $3,000 in affiliate commissions before lunch. This is not fantasy. This is financial architecture. I want to hear from you. Drop it in the comments right now. Are you currently trading time for money? Or do you have any income that works while you sleep? Strategy number 3, licensing your intellectual property. This one right here is what separates the wealthy from the merely successful. Most people think of intellectual property as something only big corporations own. Patents, trademarks, things that cost millions to create. But in the digital age, your ideas, your systems, your frameworks, they are intellectual property, and you can license them. What does that mean in plain English? It means you create something once. A template, a system, a process, a piece of music, a photograph, a software tool. And then you charge people over and over again to use it. Stock photography is one of the oldest examples. A photographer takes one picture of a sunset. That photo gets downloaded 50,000 times at $2 per download. That's $100,000 from one photo they took on a Tuesday afternoon. But the modern version is even more powerful. Notion template creators on platforms like Gumroad are selling productivity templates for $17 to $97. One creator I studied sold a single project management template to over 12,000 people. At $27 per download, you do the math. That's over $320,000 from a template. Financial model builders on Eloquence and similar platforms sell Excel models, business plan templates, and financial frameworks to corporations, consultants, and MBA students. Prices range from $49 to $499 per download. If you've ever built a spreadsheet that helped your business, you have a licensable asset sitting on your desktop right now. Think about that. That's sitting on your desktop right now. Strategy number 4. SaaS and micro software, the sleeping giant. Now, before you click away and say, I can't code, stop. Hear me out. Because in 2024, you don't need to write a single line of code to own a software business. No-code platforms like Bubble, Webflow, and Glide have made it possible for non-technical entrepreneurs to build fully functional web apps and software tools. And AI tools like ChatGPT can write functional code for you in seconds. But here's the strategy most people sleep on. Micro SaaS. Instead of trying to build the next Salesforce, you find a very specific, painful problem for a very specific group of people, and you charge a small monthly fee to solve it. A tool that automatically generates social media captions for real estate agents? That's a micro SaaS. A software that tracks gym member attendance and sends automated renewal reminders? Micro SaaS. A simple tool that helps food bloggers auto-format their recipes for Google SEO? Micro SaaS. Here's why this model is so emotionally powerful. And I mean this from a pure wealth psychology standpoint. When you have recurring revenue, your stress about money fundamentally changes. You stop waking up every morning and thinking, how do I make money today? And you start waking up and thinking, how do I grow what's already working? That psychological shift from scarcity to abundance is worth more than any dollar amount. If you build a micro SaaS that gets 500 subscribers paying just $67 per month, that's $33,500 per month in recurring, predictable, scalable income. No inventory, no shipping, no warehouse, just software running on a server you probably rent for $50 a month. If you haven't subscribed yet, this is me looking you directly in the eye and telling you this channel will cost you nothing and could change everything. Every week, I put out content that most financial advisors charge thousands to share. Hit subscribe. Turn on the bell. Don't let the algorithm bury this from you. Strategy number 5. Content monetization at scale. Let me tell you something that sounds almost irresponsible until you see the numbers. You can get paid by Google, by Meta, by Spotify, by Apple, simply for talking. Podcasting, YouTube, newsletters, blogging, these are not hobbies. In the hands of someone strategic, they are media businesses. And media businesses have been making millionaires for over a century. The difference now? The barrier to entry is a $200 microphone and a Wi-Fi connection. Here's how content compounds into $1,000 a day income. A YouTube channel with 100,000 subscribers in a finance or business niche generates anywhere from $5 to $30 per 1,000 views through ad revenue alone. That's before sponsorships, before affiliate deals, before course sales. A newsletter with 50,000 engaged subscribers in a high-value niche can charge sponsors $2,000 to $10,000 per placement. 2 placements per week? You're already at $4,000 to $20,000 weekly from emails. A podcast with 30,000 monthly listeners can command $25 to $45 per CPM in sponsorships. Run 4 ad slots per episode. Release weekly. That's potentially $13,000 to $23,000 per month. But here's the part I want you to emotionally absorb. Every piece of content you create is a digital asset that appreciates over time. That blog post you write today could be ranking on Google 3 years from now. sending you traffic and income every single day, while you're on vacation, while you're at dinner, while you're sleeping. A real estate investor buys a property once and collects rent forever. A content creator publishes once and collects attention forever. Attention, in today's economy, is directly convertible to cash. Here's a question I genuinely want you to answer, because your answer reveals something important about where you are financially. If your job disappeared tomorrow, how many days could you survive on passive income alone? For most people, the answer is 0. And that's not your fault. No one taught us this. But awareness is the beginning of change. Drop your answer below. Honestly. The compounding stack strategy. Now here's where this gets really powerful. And this is the part that separates people who make $1,000 a day from people who dream about it. None of these strategies are meant to work in isolation. The wealthiest digital entrepreneurs I've personally worked with don't have one income stream. They have a stack, a deliberately designed interlocking system where each piece feeds the others. Let me show you what that looks like in real life. You start a finance-focused YouTube channel. You talk about budgeting, investing, and side hustles. You grow to 20,000 subscribers. From that audience, you launch a digital course on building a personal investment portfolio. You price it at $297. You sell it to 1% of your audience, 200 people. That's $59,400. Inside that course, you recommend financial tools, budgeting apps, brokerage platforms, tax software, using affiliate links. Your students trust you. They sign up. You earn commissions. You then license your portfolio tracker spreadsheet on Gumroad for $37. Your YouTube audience buys it passively. You build a newsletter for your community. You charge sponsors in the personal finance space $1,500 per mention. You have 2 sponsors per edition. You take the recurring revenue from your newsletter and software tools and invest it into dividend-paying index funds and REITs, the only physical adjacent asset in this entire model. Now your money is making money. Can you see it? Can you see how these streams braid together into something that is genuinely unstoppable? That's not a dream. That's financial engineering. And you don't need a finance degree to build it. You need a plan, a starting point, and the discipline to execute. I want to say something now that has nothing to do with strategies or platforms or numbers. I want to talk about why this matters. Because I've sat across from too many people who waited, who said, I'll start next year. Who said, once the kids are older. Who said, when I have more time, more money, more confidence. And some of those people never got the chance to start. Life happened. Health happened. Time ran out. The reason I'm so passionate about financial freedom, the reason I've dedicated 20 years to understanding money, is because I've seen what financial stress does to families. I've seen marriages collapse under the weight of debt. I've seen brilliant, talented human beings spend the best decades of their lives serving someone else's dream because they didn't believe they were allowed to build their own. You are allowed. You are allowed to want more. You are allowed to build something that outlasts you. You are allowed to wake up and decide that today is the day everything changes. The internet has democratized wealth creation in a way that has never existed in human history. The tools are free or nearly free. The knowledge is accessible. The platforms are waiting. The only thing standing between you and a different financial life is the decision. Now, if this video has sparked something in you, subscribe right now, not because I'm asking, but because this is the kind of content you'll want to come back to. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. Section 8. The truth about time. I have to be completely honest with you because I respect you too much to paint a fantasy. Getting to $1,000 a day takes time. For most people, especially starting from zero, You're looking at 6 to 18 months of consistent, intentional effort before you hit that number reliably. I know that's not what some channels will tell you. Some channels will promise you $10,000 in 30 days with no experience and no audience. And those channels will take your hope and give you nothing back. Here's what I can promise you, based on 20 years of watching people build wealth. The people who start today, even imperfectly, will always outperform the people who wait for the perfect moment. The market rewards action. It rewards iteration. It rewards people who publish their first embarrassing YouTube video because they understand that video number 100 won't exist without it. Start messy. Start scared. Start with what you have. Your first course won't be perfect. Your first blog post won't go viral. Your first affiliate link might not convert. That's fine. That's called tuition. And the internet charges far less for it than any university. Before we wrap up, I want to know, which of these 5 strategies resonates most with you right now? And what's the one thing that's been stopping you from starting? I read every comment on this channel, every single one. Your answer might become the topic of my next video, because your struggle is someone else's struggle, and the more we talk about it openly, the faster we all move forward. Here's your action plan. Right now, tonight. Step 1. Pick one strategy. Just one. The one that aligns with a skill, a passion, or a problem you already understand. Step 2. Spend the next 48 hours learning the monetization mechanics of that one strategy. Not 48 hours of watching videos. 48 hours of research with a notebook and a pen, actually mapping out your offer, your audience, and your first piece of content or product. Step 3, create something. Anything. A landing page, a course outline, a blog post, a template, an affiliate review. Something that didn't exist before you sat down. Because here's what I know after 20 years in finance. Wealth is not found. It is built. Brick by brick. Decision by decision. Day by day. The people making $1,000 a day right now were, at some point, exactly where you are right now. Watching a video, wondering if it was really possible. It is possible. I'll see you in the next video.